So we'll ask again, where did Ilhan Omar get all that darn money from? Let's go through it. When she first ran for Congress in 2018, she was married to a Somalian man named Ahmed Nur Said Elmi, and she had a net worth of approximately $65,000. Not a ton of money, but $65,000. By 2020, a whole 2 years later, Ilhan had already divorced and remarried another Somalian man by the name of Ahmed Aladizian Herzi, and her net worth was still right around $65,000. Yet just 4 years later, she was divorced and remarried again for a third or perhaps a fourth time. We don't know for sure because Ilhan Omar likely married her brother at one point to get him into this country illegally when she came here from Somalia, which, by the way, is a federal crime, and she's serving in Congress. And nobody talks about this. So by 2024, Ilhan's married to a new person, a white guy named Tim. There's Tim Minette. And Tim is not a rich man, but now he is. Tim's rich now because somehow over the course of the last 3 years, Ilhan Omar's net worth has skyrocketed to over $30 million and counting, meaning she went from having right around $65,000 to $30 million in 3 years. Think about that. Powerball drawing is tonight. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Ilhan Omar did not win the lottery. Bernie Madoff was cheating, and he still wasn't doing that well. That is a 46,000% increase in less than 3 years. Now, how do you suppose that happened?
jawaabteedu waxay ahayd dawladda Mareykanka waxay ka qabanaysaa wixii annaga aan dhahno dawladda Mareykanka qabo. Waa kalsoonidaas inaan isku qabno annaga Soomaali haddii aan nahay. Wadankan annaga ku nool. Wadankan wadankii aan annaga tax ka dhiibno waaye. Waa wadankii gabar idinka dhalatayne ee Congresska fadhiso. Intii aniga aan Congress joogo. Wadanka Soomaaliya biyaheeda dad kaleeta iyo badeeda dad kale ma qaadanayaan. Wadanka Mareykankana kuma taageerayo dad kaleeta in annaga ayna dhacaan.
Kind of immigrants that you do want to see in America?
Well, they certainly contribute. Yeah, I want to see people. Yeah, I want to see people that contribute. I don't want to see Somalia. I don't want to see a woman that, marries her brother to get in and then becomes a congressman, does nothing but complain. All she does is complain, and yet her country's a mess. It's one of the worst in the world. Let her go back, fix up her own country. Somalia, yeah, and I was right about it. I started complaining about Somalia long before the scandal. The horrible things they're doing to Minnesota, it's incredible. They have an incompetent governor there too. The Democrats are running some bad ships.
All right, Ross, we found out some absolutely crazy information about our good friend Ilhan Omar. She was worth I think $50,000 back in 2018, and now it says she's worth $30 million. So when things like this happen, I just gotta ask you, bro, how is this happening?
They cheat, of course, same way they all leave richer than when they came in. And these aren't the best and brightest. These aren't savvy business people. What business are they doing? They're in Congress. They get rich one of two ways. One is either peddling influence, and the other is insider trading in stocks. And that's the one I follow, obviously. You can see this information. I don't think a lot of people realize that. This is, what we're going to tell you today is going to make you angry, but here's the silver lining. I'll jump to the end. You can track what stocks these people buy. You can see when Pelosi, when Omar, when any of these members of Congress buys a stock, you can see it and follow along. You can do the same thing with the corporate insiders, with CEOs and CFOs. So if you want some hope in this whole thing, you can make money alongside them. There's a link in this video. Click out. Guys, I got a free training event, another one coming up this Thursday. That's going to be December the 11th, 3 o'clock Eastern. It's free. It's online. I'll show you how to do all this. But what these people are doing is either buying stocks in publicly traded companies before some piece of news sends that stock soaring. It could be like an NVIDIA or a semiconductor company before they pass a piece of legislation that gives billions of dollars to these companies, causes it go surging. It could be one of their friends at the FDA lets them know they're about to approve a new drug from small little pharmaceutical company. They buy that stock up. The news is announced. It goes up 200, 300, 400% overnight. They do this all the time. They've done it for years. They're never going to stop doing it. They beat the market every year. We had a dozen members of Congress that outperformed every hedge fund on Wall Street. They made 5, 6, 7 times what Buffett did, Warren Buffett, in the market.
Wow.
And so, yeah, they're just cheating. That's all. Pretty straightforward.
We're electing these people to get rich, basically.
Yeah, it's a nice business model. You know, they go into Congress, many of them broke, and that's their whole shtick, right? I'm one of you guys. I'm a regular person. They walk out the back door with, in this case, $30 million.
Look at these people. House, Senate. So they're all part of the government, guys.
Dang.
Harley Davidson.
Yeah, you can get these pretty quickly. It just depends how long it takes them to file. It's inside of 30 days with the corporate guys. It's inside of 2 days. But yeah, this looks overwhelming as you're going, Ross, this is a lot of trades. What do I do with all this? And that's why we hold these training events. We show you what to look for. It's just common sense stuff, guys. So like none of these are standing out. Harley Davidson, that's a big blue chip company. If they're buying NVIDIA, that's no big deal. But when you see like 7, 8, 10, 12 politicians all piling into one stock at the same time, like happened with NVIDIA before the big CHIPS Act was approved several years ago, and the stock's up 1,000%. You also want to follow the people that don't trade all the time. So there are some of these politicians, and if you watch it, they're buying a different stock or selling stock every week, every month. That's somebody else actively trading their stuff. But if you've got somebody, and we see this all the time, that never buy stock, but they haven't bought anything in 2, 3, 4 years. And then suddenly they go ham on this one little off the radar company. It's like, that seems out of character for that person, right? And we saw this with a Democrat member of the House a couple years ago. They bought this company called Rheinmetall. They hadn't bought a stock in like 3 years. They buy this. It's a German arms manufacturer. They buy this little stock out of nowhere. It was about 187% that year. So they nearly tripled their money. And then they're bulletproof. People find out. It comes out from shows like this, and they ask her, interview, what happened. Oh, it was my husband bought that stock for my son, or I don't really know. I mean, it's just blatant. And even if they do catch them, and they did, Mike Kelly, look it up, Google Mike Kelly insider trading. You will see that the Ethics Committee did like a 2-year investigation on insider trading. They went through 25,000 pages of documents, text messages, emails. They called the guy's broker. And at the end of this report, they concluded this guy did, in fact, trade stock, profited from insider information he learned in Congress. And I'm like, finally, they got him. What are we going to do? We're going to hang him up. We're going to put him in jail. We're going to make an example. This was their recommendation. We believe he should divest from the stock. In other words, they said, we need you to sell it.
Wow.
Yeah, he already sold it. He tripled his freaking money on it the first year, right? So it's like, even if we catch them, they don't do anything because they're the ones that write the laws. They put out the Stock Act, these things that are just window dressing, making you think that they're not going to be insider trading, but they all do it. They all leave rich, and none of them have any clue how the stock market works. If you look at the performance numbers, like they had, I think, 7 or 8 members of Congress returned over 100% in 2024. Pelosi was earning like 70+% a year for like 7, 8, 9 years in a row. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy what they do. So I'm the only one, I think, that knows about this and doesn't get upset about it. And I always tell people, like, look,
no, we should.
Is it ethical? No. But when you make 20, 30 grand alongside them by following their trade, it's not going to piss you off either. I promise. So
this is crazy.
That's what I encourage people to do.
Yeah, if you can't beat them, join them.
That's it.
And they're saying this is, I don't know when this is reported, who knows if this is true or not, but this is like 10 different stocks in one day from MTG.
Like this doesn't even stand out to me because like, oh, well, you bought, oh, cool. You bought what I see there, Procter & Gamble, I see Oxy. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, you bought those two. Well, you bought 30 others too, you know? Like, let me give you an example. When Pelosi made all that money on NVIDIA, she went in and put $1 million into NVIDIA call options, all right? So if you're not familiar, options are like a leveraged all or nothing bet. So you put less money in, but it's levered up to the hilt. So like that stock's got to make a big move. It's got to happen really quickly or you lose all the money. Like the whole $1 million goes to zero. And it's got to happen inside of a month or two. And so these are the kind of trades, the kind of investments you would only make if you were damn sure something was about to happen. And of course it did. She doesn't make 30, 40%. She makes 300 or 400, turn $1 million to $4 million. And she's done this dozens and dozens and dozens of times since 2008. That's why she's leaving Washington with a $300 million net worth.
Wow.
She makes $180,000 a year.
Okay, I got a question.
They're making the laws though, so it makes sense.
It does. Okay, so this seems like a little bit confusing to me. It's just like a lot of information and stuff. So can like a regular person like me like learn how to follow them? Is it hard for me to follow them? Like can the training teach me how to really follow them? Or how does that work?
I was going to say, I hate to keep plugging my thing here. It's a free event, by the way. If you come, put your email name. I'll send you all the stuff to join. It's online. I don't need a credit card, nothing like that. There's no bait and switch. But yeah, it is overwhelming at first because like there is a page, and if you want to pull up the one on Omar, we'll show them that in a second. But there's a page where they report all these trades. There's a page where all the insiders, the CEOs and the board members and the vice presidents, they report their trades. And so what you need to do, and that's what I show you how to do in the training, is just filter it down to the stuff that matters, right? If this person invested $5,000 in a stock, I don't really care. $5 million, you got my attention, right? You want to see trades that are true outliers. So either people who don't buy a lot and now suddenly they're buying at their own company or something like that, or several politicians, several corporate insiders are all buying the same stock all at once, big money, 2, 3, 4 times their annual salary, right? The stuff that just smells, that's greasy. That's something is going on there, right? It's very not routine. And so the ones that even our biggest wins have been ones that were just painfully obvious. Like we had this one stock, it's a little pharmaceutical company. It's like 40 cents a share. Anybody can buy this, Robinhood, any app you want to use. And again, tiny little company, nobody's ever heard of them. And they're like in the middle of these drug trials. So they're about to announce the results. If they're good, great, this thing could go to the moon. If they're not, this stock's going to crash and probably not exist in a year. And the week before the drug trial results are supposed to go out, we saw 11 people at that company suddenly buy that stock in a week. And I mean the chief executive, the chief financial officer, half the board, the VPs, the chief medical officer, the guy running the drug trials. He's putting like half his annual salary in the stock in 3 days. So, we're looking at this going, I bet things are probably going okay over there at this company, right? And they released the numbers, and we made like 300 and something% in 4 months. So they're not all going to do that. I don't want to tell people like this is bulletproof. Every stock's going to go to the moon, but like you get a handful of these. You find some of the ones where Congress has tipped their hat or these company insiders have tipped their hat. They just get greedy. They do what anyone would do that has a certain level of moral flexibility and enough money. They go in for the kill to make money off something that they know. And at the end of the day, it's not going to be a popular opinion, but like they're not hurting anybody. I don't think it's moral. I don't think it's ethical, but like they're not stealing my tax dollars like they do. That really annoys me, right? They're not taking it from someone in need. They're going, I'm just going to buy this stock. It's going to go up and make money, but everyone else won't. It's going to make money. It's dirty, but it's not like you're war profiteering. It's not like you're taking money from this is meant for children in need or something. They're tipping you off. They're giving you inside tips, and you and I are the ones that pay Congress's salary. At least they could do is give us a heads up when some little medical stock's about to quadruple next month, right? So, yeah, but I showed you how to do all that in the training, so click that link. In fact, I think when you sign up, I think we got it set up, so we're going to send you our first trade for free automatically, whether you come or not. So you'll see all the research laid out, and you'll see how really obvious it is when these are big ones. But yeah, Omar, she's super dirty.
Yeah.
Like I showed you the difference in her filings. What a difference a year makes, right?
Yeah, let's see that. Let's see that.
Okay, so we just looked this up, guys, and this is just a complete bombshell. Everybody did know. I'm not gonna say everybody. Some people that was looking into Ilhan Omar knew she went from 40. She was in debt $45,000 before she got into Congress, guys. And then in 2024, now she's worth almost $30 million.
Good.
Yeah, but look at the 1 year jump. Look at that. So she goes from being worth somewhere in the $200,000 range to $6 to $30 million in 12 months.
Dang.
12 months, yeah.
12 months. And this one's not from stock. So some of them do with stock trading, a lot of them do with stock trading, but this is just her other corrupt business. So if you look at those filings, so I sent you the links. Is that go up? Is this 2023? And guys, this is all public record, by the way. I'll show you how to find it. This is 2023. Okay, so once a year they have to disclose. This is called a disclosure report. It's everything they own. Money in the savings account, stock market, houses, you name it. The trades are separate. But see that ESTCRU, that Escrew LLC? This was a winery they were trying to start. Now, they've listed the value of the asset right there between $15,000 and $50,000. I don't know what winery you can buy for 50 grand. I can't find land that cheap. So this must have been just like an idea in a website.
But this is
right?
her husband, correct?
Yeah, husband. Yeah, the husbands do a lot of, and the wives do a lot of trading with these congressmen. So look, fast forward 1 year and go to the 2024 report. So same asset, same next year. Now it's worth between $1 and $5 million. Now, how does a winery go from being worth nothing to $5 billion in 1 year? And it's not even a profitable. And like, Google this woman. She's being sued. Her husband was so desperate for money. This guy, this ugly guy, he goes out on the premise of my wife's a congresswoman. Trust me, bro. Gets $300,000. Promises the guy he's going to triple his money in 18 months. I mean, this just sounds like a crypto scam. 18 months later, the guy's like, all right, where's my 900 grand? It's like, we don't have it. Well, give me my 300 back. We don't have it. The winery's not making any money. We have no sales. Nothing's coming in. Yet suddenly, somehow, it's worth $1 to $5 million. And on top of that, he also somehow finds the time to start a private equity company. That's on the filing as well. If you look at the 2023 report again, that one showed. Now, the other place they made a bunch of money, if you scroll down just a little bit further, the husband also found the time to start a private equity company. Go down to the next page. I think it's on. Most of this stuff, a couple $1,000 here and there. There it is, Rose Lake Capital. Now, again, I don't want to confuse it. It's really not that complicated, but a private equity company is one that invests in private companies. So the Facebooks, the Google, before they go public. So like SpaceX is a private company. These big companies that are not publicly traded stocks. And so they raise money. You have to be qualified of millions of dollars. They raise money up. They buy these little companies they found, try to grow the business within it, take it public and make a bunch of money, right? Now, just started this thing. It's worth nothing, literally nothing, between $1,000 and $1,000 this company's worth. And in 12 months, this guy with no VC experience, with no connected Rolodex, with nothing other than a Muslim wife in Congress, grows this business to a $25 million valuation. They got billions in investment. Who is giving billions to this guy, right? So it's just another form of that same corruption. Their businesses suddenly thrive. Their assets rise in value. The stocks they buy at the perfect time just happen to get a big government contract, or one of their donors tips them off, and they make a bunch of money. I truly think Donald Trump is the only person ever who has left Washington, D.C. less wealthy than when he came. And even he is not – that's not happening this time. He's getting rich. His kids are starting crypto companies and everything else. And I'm not dumping on Trump. I'm just saying they all do this. So, we're paying them. At least get your money's worth. And they're not going to give it to me. They're not going to give me anything free. So all I can get from is stock tips. But I'll take those and make some money. And I'll show you guys how to do the same thing. We've been doing this since 2017. We have a paid service for our members. We've beaten the market every single year since 2017. We beat Warren Buffett every single year. Not thanks to any brilliance of mine, because we are simply buying the stocks being purchased by people who know more than us. Whether that is a politician who knows about a big contract coming or got tipped off from a donor or a piece of legislation, or whether that's a CEO and a CFO and a board member and these folks who know when they're going to get bought out, when they're going to announce all this, they just have a huge edge. And so when they're buying their own company with their own money in their own account at market prices, it's like, you may want to think about doing the same thing. And you guys have seen, I send you guys the pics. I mean, we got What's that one we got last week? Let me see. I'm going to pull up the portfolio right now. But we're up. We bought a little stock called Alumis, ALMS.
I did see that one.
On the 21st of November. So we've owned this stock for roughly 18, 19, 20 days, whatever it is, 3 weeks. We're at 58%. We bought MBX, a little biotech company, at the end of October. It was $18 a share. It's totally off the radar, but everybody at that company started buying it. We followed along. We're up 70% in, a month, 5 weeks, right? So you can get in front of this stuff and make money for yourself. And, if you can learn to do it on your own. If you want me to teach you, show you what's taken me 10 years, I'm happy to do it. Click that link, free event. I don't know why I'm pushing this hard. I don't care if you don't come, but it's free. So
we'll be there. We'll be there. I mean, man, we've made thousands off this, man. I mean, at first I was like, I don't know, man. But then when I see my account,
it sounds illegal, doesn't it?
I know. Yeah. When I see my account, I was like, oh, this is just one stock. Ross just made us $2,000 on one stock.
Yeah.
So
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like how in the NBA right now they had that whole scandal with the players who were getting caught like fixing games, like they were missing shots on purpose, and people would bet on the under. It's almost like that, but in government legally. And then y'all are like, well, we know that he's gonna go under, so go ahead and bet on his under. That's basically what y'all are doing.
Yeah, and they
it's
get
legal.
arrested for that.
Yeah.
But the problem is they make the laws.
Exactly.
That's what makes crazy.
And then they're gonna arrest themselves.
Wow, man.
Yeah, and look, they've written it in for themselves. They've written loopholes in for the corporate guys. I cover that in the training session as well. But basically, there's just one little form they got to fill out. If they do that, off the hook, you're not getting busted for insider trading. So you better believe they do it. And that form, public record. When the CEO of Amazon or Apple or any little mom and pop company, when they buy the stock, you can see it. Usually the same day, if not the day after. And so we just look for these patterns of opportunistic activity, of that dude knows something. Those guys are taking advantage of something. There's something we don't know. This guy just bet 8 times his annual salary in a leveraged trade that's going to go bust if the company doesn't double next month. Clearly he knows something. Right. And so we show people how to find those, how to follow along. And it's really straightforward. Like you guys know, I don't talk in crazy jargon. Like you don't need any experience to do it. Anyone can do this stuff. I don't care if you have $100 or $100 million. You should take advantage of the little edge you have.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's very valuable.
Yeah. Before we get off here, I think we did uncover some stuff that people don't know about Ilhan Omar. Everybody's been saying the stuff she's done, But that right there, when we just uncovered, people haven't Fox or anybody has not covered that because that's pretty crazy. Right there.
You just put up some receipts for us.
That was pretty crazy.
She seemed like an actual scammer now.
Well, and remember she got caught. They said she might have got money from that fraud scheme with the Somalians. They said she might have been behind that.
Married her brother. And look, this is the stuff she reported herself publicly, right? Can you imagine what else there is?
Yeah.
I mean, they've caught her on camera saying, I'm here in government for my people, the Somali, whatever it is. I mean, she's a double agent. It's borderline treason, the stuff she's done. I don't know who is voting these people in. They don't live anywhere near me, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, us either.
All right, man. It's on Thursday, man. So y'all make sure y'all be there, man.
We'll be there too. We are trying to get this information. I'm trying to learn how to do it, man.
Well, come. I'll show you everything I know. Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern. Links below. Put your phone number in. We'll even text you a reminder a couple of minutes before we get started so you don't forget. But, yeah, it's going to be eye-opening. We get a lot of great feedback on these, so I'm excited to be doing another one.
Cool. All right. We appreciate you, man.
Sir.
See you guys.
All right, Ross.